Hi, I'm going to have a look at the no-string open protocol that enables decentralized social media and try and learn everything one could want to know about it. So here we are at their website. So what is no-string? No-string is a protocol designed for simplicity which aims to create a censorship-resistant global social network. The protocol is based on very simple and flexible event objects which are passed around as plain JSON and uses standard elliptic curve cryptography for keys and signing. The only supported transport is WebSocket. Resilience. Because no-string doesn't rely on a small number of trusted servers, it's very resilient. Because no-string accounts are based on public key cryptography, it's easy to verify messages are really sent by the user in question, like HTTP or TCP IP. No-string is a protocol, an open standard upon which anyone can build protocol versus client. No-string itself is just a protocol, an agreed upon procedure for passing messages around on the internet. You will access no-string, the protocol, via a client. Clients can be web, desktop, or mobile apps. Clients can fetch data from the relays and also generate new data and push that to the relays so that others can read. The only form of data that exists in no-string is the event. Signing events. These events must contain a signature, SIG. The signature ensures that it can be proven mathematically that they were created by whoever happens to be their true author. ID pub key created at kind content tags signature. The event above has kind 1, which means it is a text note, i.e. simple, short, plain text note intended to be used in a Twitter-like feed. Each kind number means something. For example, 0 is a metadata event. Other kinds were invented out of the necessity by clients to provide other functionality. They are specified in the no-string improvement proposals. The created at as a timestamp, the content is dependent on what kind the event is, and tags, similarly, tags also dependent on the kind of event. So using a place where you can source trusted apps, download a client and get started. One of the key problems that no-string solves is proof of authorship. Now, legacy platforms like Twitter, for example, attempted to solve this issue with these silly little check marks, which you could buy, but it doesn't truly solve the problem. Now, because it is an open protocol, anyone can actually write a relay or run a relay. Here's a blog post on getting a relay up and running. And if you browse GitHub, there's multiple no-string relay repositories implementing a relay. I don't quite understand what the incentive mechanism is for running a no-string relay, which kind of makes me a bit suspicious. But that said, perhaps in the future, relays could offer a promotion service. Now, there's a couple of no-string improvement possibilities, NIPs, that I want to cover because I find them quite interesting. So if we go to NIP section of the website and then we have a link to the repository, NIP number 13, which is proof of work. This NIP defines a way to generate and interpret proof of work for no-string notes. Proof of work is a way to add a proof of computational work to a note. This is a bearer proof that all relays and clients can use and universally validate with a small amount of code. This proof can be used as a means of spam deterrence. So on the no-string website, it correctly points out that one of the shortcomings of the legacy social media networks is that they are becoming overrun with spam and bots. Lightning apps. So as soon as you go onto the Nostr client and interact with people, you will come across something called zaps. And so what are zaps? This NIP defines two new event types for recording lightning payments between users. A zap request represents a payer's request to a recipient's Lightning wallet for an invoice, and a zap receipt represents the confirmation by the recipient's Lightning wallet that the invoice issued in response to a zap request has been paid. Having Lightning receipts on Nostr allows clients to display Lightning payments from entities on the network. These can be used for fun or for spam deterrence. This I find it is a very interesting NIP, as it kind of integrates a monetary system with the social network. So the ability to pay is at the network level, which brings about interesting possibilities. For example, if you go on a client, you will come across that there is a marketplace. I'm not quite sure how to efficiently find anything on the marketplace, but nonetheless there is a marketplace, and marketplace combining a social network with a payment system, which I think no one else has successfully achieved to the quality that Nostr has. Now, likewise with the client, as Nostr is an open protocol, anyone can make or run a client. So here is a Python implementation of a Nostr SDK. We've got the features that it implements and some examples to get started. So here I've got a script which is this copy and pasted, but obviously it's got my my public key that I'm retrieving from a environment file. So let me just run this. On my account, I've only got one post. Here is the result. If I take this URL, pop it in here, we have my post. Because one interesting thing about Nostr is that this post here is actually just a text note. It's a text note of the URL, and then the client application then will recognize it's a URL and render it. So I'm not actually uploading a image to the Nostr network, I'm just posting a URL, which can actually be an issue because it's actually quite hard to find a hosting site in the chaos that is the Web 2. So next thing you're going to want to do is to make a post. So here we've got a example of making a text note. I have a simple script that copies this. One exception is that I'm going to be sending a DM just so I don't post anything silly. I get my public and private key from a environment file and then make a message event and then send it to the relays. So I'm just going to run this script. Hello world. There we go. So taking this a little bit further, I decided to write a script that would actually be useful. So I've put together a script that posts content from a RSS feed. So what I've got here, I'm caching a object with a data source as a key and then a timestamp for the last post from the RSS feed that has been posted on to Nostr. In the script, read that cache data to work out the timestamp of the last post that was posted to Nostr. Then we read the RSS feed and get all the posts. work out what the next post is simply by comparing the timestamps. Once the next post has been found, the script then makes a no-string text note event and sends that to the no-string relays, i.e. making a post on your no-string feed. And then if that is successful, it then updates the cache. For testing purposes, I'm still working with DMs. In the script, I am throttling how many times it can run, and I'm doing that by checking the last update that was done to the cached file. Here we go. And so we've made the next post in the feed. In conclusion, I do see a project like NoString being the future of social media, and I'm very impressed with the current state of the ecosystem of NoString. Obviously, its success at large depends on the network effect, if, of course, you even subscribe to the idea that mass success is even organically possible. That said, I will be staying on NoString and I will be posting updates to a feed. I can see NoString growing in the future, and if only simply to the fact that legacy social media seem incapable of making a front end that doesn't primarily function as spyware. So overall, I quite like NoString.